New season in probably a very quick format because I'm going to make sure we're getting through these seasons now. Quick snap until we're promoted. Welcome back. Episode 9 and the start of our second full season with Duisburg. We're doing okay. We've played quite a few games because I wanted to make sure we got through to the end of the transfer window, which will be shortly after this game against St Pauli. As you can see, we're not doing too bad. We're currently 3 points off the top, and we play in the team who are holding the position. You can see a little name at the bottom. Dennis Schultz. He's still with us. Kind of. Before I go into that and elaborate a little bit further, you could do me the favour of liking and subscribing, show your support on the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. I will make a slight apology. Videos haven't been pretty forthcoming in the last week, and probably won't be for the next few days because I've had a pretty manic 5 or 6 days. I'm hoping to get back on as soon as possible and get them out a little bit more regularly. We have hopefully a video coming up with Andrew again, similar to the one that we did on his channel, where he comes over, we go for a walk, play a little bit of golf, and have a little natter about some football that's coming up, whilst I kick his ass again. So I hope we're all looking forward to that. We'll run through now the fixtures, what I've been up to, and then I'm not going to run through the transfers. I'll cover probably one, and any other larger ones if there are any there. And I'll just kind of show you our tactics, what we've gone through at the end of last season, and our new players. But before we do that, there's something I need to do, because I forgot to do it earlier. I forgot to put my light on. We've played, so far, 7 in the league. You can see there's a few different tactics there. I'm still just tweaking them ever so slightly. And I think we're starting to get to the one that we need. So we started off with 2, back-to-back 1-1s against Holloway and Magdeburg. Magdeburg being one of the stronger teams in the league. We then lost to Unterhaching, which was pretty annoying. Ubela, who's one of our new signings, giving away a penalty and getting himself sent off. All in one swift action in the last 5 minutes of the game. Following that up with another 1-1 against Bayern. And then we had our wins. The wins started coming through. Cy, William and Denge with 2 of the goals in a 2-1 win at Duisburg Kickers. Followed that up with a 4-2 win at home against Lerta, and most recently a 3-1 win against Meppen. Few goals for a Josh Vosh, as I'm going to call him. He's doing all right. Formation, I think, is starting to get there. And as I said, St Pauli are currently top of the league. So if we line ourselves against the rest of the teams on the preview, we are in a slightly weaker position than we were at the end of last season, which I think was about 5-1. I think at one point we dropped to 9-2, which is dizzying. Would still leave us in 5th, 4.5-1. But yeah, in regards to the other teams in the league, not quite as smooth. This fella I did try and bring in, but he decided to join 1860 instead of us, which I'm a little upset about. But we move. Transfers themselves. What should we do? How should we go through? I'm just going to jump straight in. I've got some bad news. He has technically left us. I pressed the wrong button. He's technically left us. But he is still here. So that's a bonus at least. Do you know what? I'll run through our sales and I'll just show you the new squad as a whole. We'll start off with the big boy. Dennis Schultz. He's gone. Out of here. He's gone to join SC Köln. They were ever so kind as to let him kind of come back to us on loan, which I was happy about for the end of the season, and that's what we needed. We are not far off him being trained at club, but unless I can get him on loan for the next, 2 seasons, I don't think we're going to be able to complete that, which is a little bit annoying. I'm hoping to bring him in the future in the save at some point, because he's a pretty handy player. He's still looking at a Bundesliga left winger, and if we can get him in the club when we're up there, that'll be beautiful. We do have a clause on his contract. I don't think I can see it on this screen anyway. We'll jump over to the one where we can actually see, so I always lose this. Yeah, so we have the one on Mvondo, 50% of his next transfer fee. Tried to bring him on loan. They weren't feeling it. And Schulte, it's not quite the same, but we get 30% of the profit, and he's signed for £1 million. So If he does go, he'll go for quite a bit of money, and hopefully we'll see a little bit of that, which is nice. The other sales, not quite as impactful. Quadwo, annoyingly, did go to Saarbrücken for just shy of 50k, freed up a little bit of wages. Julius Fenning, likewise, went over to Vittoria Köln, who have just been promoted. Again, freed up some wages, 100 grand in for us as well. Lucas Storr, who was the right winger striker sort of cover, again, has gone over to Mora, who are in the Slovakian league. He's gone back home, fair enough. And finally, Ryan Edmondson has gone back to England, to Birmingham. He did really well for us for the first third of last season, and then just completely fell off a cliff. He's gone to Blues, scored a goal straight away. I can't remember if I put a clause on him. I think I did. Yes, we get 20% of the profit, and he basically went for a pittance. So if Blues manage to flog him, we'll get a little bit of money in for him. So that'll be good as well. As I say, we've got a lot of players that have came in. There's only one really that means much to you, and it's Tim Rota. He's came back to us on loan once more. We are paying a tiny bit of wages, at £900 up front. It's not, I think, £900 a week if he plays. And nothing if we don't play him for some reason. They decided to go that way. That is only because I took out the thing where they specified to play him at left back, because sometimes I'm playing him at holding mid and I don't want to lose him because it annoys me when they do that. We'll go with the tactics then. So at the moment we are playing the 4-1-3. I don't know what you call this, but we're playing this at the moment. As I say, I'm slightly tweaking it between your man coming down here, possibly dropping in 2 in the midfield. I'm not 100% sure, but fundamentally that's what we're going with at the moment. I have another one which is very similar, but it's 4-2-4 with 2 attacking mids and 2 holding mids. The wing backs are support rather than attack, so kind of have a little bit more defensive rigidity. And the other one is the same again. The only thing I'm thinking with this kind of spare one, which I think might be this one, because I was looking at trying to get kind of a identity for us. Because you had your Barcelonas and everything from back in the day, and they had their clear identity, and Liverpool and Man City, you just run at people as fast as you can and get the ball off them. I want us to try and get one. I appreciate it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm thinking if we keep training a third tactic, I want it to be tiki-taka, but I want it to be a fast tiki-taka. So I might round that over to be a vertical. I'm not 100% sure. But this one is going to be kind of our identity tactic. But in the meantime, we are rocking the 4-1-3-2. The players for said formation. We still have Mola in goal, who I'm not particularly happy about, but we move. Yanis Rabold, who's came in, is another fullback, can play both sides, versatile, plays on either foot. He's not amazing, he's not bad, he does a job and he goes home, which is perfectly fine. As we say, we've got Rota on the other side, brilliant. We know he does the job as well. Centre-backs at the moment, we have Elias Ubela and Dominic Volkmer. When did Ubela join us? Has he been us for a while? I've just signed him. He's played 4 games and he's got a 7.2. Considering one of those was a red card as well, he's doing all right, which is good. Want to rock that on. Volkmer's still doing the job. He's still doing it. We brought in another centre-back of Frederick Agerbeek. I don't know how you say this AE thing. He's all right. The only thing that really sets him apart is the fact that he's 6'6". His jumping reach is pretty strong, and his heading is atrocious. So hopefully he'll work on the heading and actually be decent in the air. He's got the potential to be a decent defender in the league above. And there's one more centre-back we signed in, who was Gonçalo Cardozo, who I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me correctly, we had an Doleboy save with either Sanjoanense or União de Lira, possibly both of them. I might just be being Portuguesist, because he is a Portugueser. At the base of the midfield, we've got Luca Schlax. I don't believe we have anyone else that's come in directly as a challenge for him, but we've got a few other players that can play that role as well, one being Rota. And our centre mids is where we've done quite a lot of work. We have Sekulov, who's been with us for a little while. Josh Vosh, who's came in pretty strong. He's a good kind of expressive centre mid. Again, should do a decent job. Already got 3 for us from 3 in the league. And Sai and Denge, who's got 2 from 5. He is more defensive, but he's still decent getting forward. So we'll do a job either way. It's kind of similar to that Afiz Aremu that we had at Vitoria, but playing for me and not still with that team, because I keep trying to sign in for these and they want too much money and I'm poor, which isn't ideal. And then out wide we have Weishaupt, who's just still doing jobs. He's just doing a job. That's what he's here for. Where's Schulte gone? Oh, he's slightly tired. So we'll take Rebold out. We'll drop Weishaupt back and we'll swap Heil and Schulte about. Schulte, we know who he is. We know what he does. He needs no introduction. And Ogachika Heil? He's almost definitely wrong. Decent. Good with both feet. Can play either side. And we want him to do it in an inverted manner, which he's good at. His dribbling's pretty handy. His crossing's pretty good as well. Technique, off the ball, flair, just all good. Should do a good job for us. And as we know, we're looking to bring in guys that we can resell, so he can do just that. We don't have a recognised striker, but we do have a Schulte who can play up there if need to be. I am tempted to kind of push this guy forward into like a Trequartista role maybe, or even into the middle, which is kind of this formation that we're looking at. But as I say, we're not going to be forcing anything in at the moment. So we're going to go with that team. And we're going to play the top team in the league now and see what we get. 25 gone. And not a fat lot's happened. If we do manage to get the win, fantastic. I was just about to tell you what will happen, but I didn't actually manage to do the maths in time. We'll go up in the table in some fashion. I don't know how how strong. That's not a sentence. Oh, what a tackle! What? Thank you for saving me from that horrific sentence. Schulte through to Vosh. Josh Vosh. This is what he does. Oh no, that's not what I want him to do. We'll go up to second, possibly, depending on goal difference. So quite strong. She's good. Volkmer and Ubela holding the ball. Weishaupt, Sekulov. What we're doing with the inverted wing backs on attack, it's basically just everyone sprints forward and runs into the central. So their two centre backs just get overloaded by about 6 people. Which is the plan. It's working all right. It's a little bit game breaking, and it is kind of one that I've just stolen. Josh Vosh threw again and just tried to break the goalie's face. We got a corner from it. Yeah, as I say, it's one I've stolen. I've kind of tweaked it, but I don't think very much at all. I can't really remember. It's a little while since I was plugging it in, shall we say. But I want to kind of make one that's us. Hence the little tweak. But I feel that anything I tweak is just going to result in a dip in form, which is kind of counterproductive. Just need to get us into that second tier, and then maybe we can start working on our style of football. I think that's probably going to be the best option for us. But Nerfel has the ball in the area. Brilliant block by both of our defenders, by the looks of that. And we smashed it away. We've made it to half-time. We've got the better of the stats. And these are the team, as I say, in top of the league. So they're currently sat on 16 points. We're on 13. I'm a complete idiot. We'll only go up to 15. So, actually, you know, it will take us into third. So it's there or thereabouts. Don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. As I say, we're having the better of the game. I'm just going to tell them that we're having the better of the game. Do a little bit of fist pumping. I was going to say that they love it when I do that, but they didn't seem to be fussed in the slightest. 56 gone. Vosh throws it short to Heil. Schlacks back into Weishaupt. Just make sure one of your players end up on the ball when you've finished your pass. That's all we're looking for. Schulte has broke the line and he tried to pass over to the right back who was in the striker position, as most of our players are at that point normally. Battered forward. Moller's going to pick up the ball. Thank God for that. That was comfortably, I was going to say. I didn't drop the C-bomb on him. However, I was incredibly tempted about 2 or 3 games ago when he ran out to receive the ball and then just before reaching it, turned around and ran away. So their striker got on the ball and passed it into an empty net. I was incredibly angry, as I'm sure you could expect. He's also just conceded that. Hence what I was saying. I'm not really keen on Moller. His stats and everything are there, and his little start, it's all looking like he's a good goalie. And then he does this. And it just leaves me to think, what are you playing at? Is it the way how they're kind of scripted to just... Obviously the ball's going in the net, but can you not make the goalkeeper behave in a fashion what a goalkeeper would behave, rather than lying down in preparation for the shot? It's pretty annoying. The win for St Pauli has put them up at top of the league, which we don't want to see. We don't want to see Schulter being booked or injured either, so we'll bring him off for Ken Matter. We also have Sekulov, who we can push forward for Heil. Push those two over as well. They'll do a decent job. We'll bring Heil out for Peter Doe, because he does a good job. We'll drop Josh Vosh out to one of the wide positions. And I have another sub. Let's bring Rabold on. We'll put Weishaupt out on the left side. Beautiful. Make all 3 subs on the 73rd. And hope to not receive an injury. That's would be preferable. Move us to attacking. I'm going to demand some more. Hopefully get some little green faces on the bottom. And the ball in their net. But as you can see, we're playing all right. That's the main thing. So we crack on like this. Hopefully towards the end of the season, we're challenging those top. As you can see, we still have a little bit to play with. We've got 10 grand in the wage budget, which in comparison to our total budget of 61k is a fair chunk. I'm hoping from that, in the next 2 days-ish, day and a half, we can pick up maybe 1 or 2 amazing players who are gonna just put that little bit of something, just a little bit, a little bit of, get some of them. I don't even know what a little bit of means, but I know. Do you know? Who knows? We have Liam Morrison. It looks like he's going to be on his way out to Partick Thistle. He's moaning, wants more game time. I can't give it him. He doesn't seem to have a vast amount of potential still left in him. And we'll get rid of his wages. So, adios. Jonas Mikkelbrink, we're also looking at bringing him. Another just decent centre mid. Help flesh out the numbers. That's what we're going for. And then, as I say, a little bit of something we're looking for. Probably going to be a loan. There is a fella from Dortmund I was looking at, but he has as little interest in me and our team as I do in not eating McDonald's. I don't know where I was going with that. I also now want to move. And we are done. We've brought in a total of 15 players this window. I haven't had a look at this yet, but what madness is that going to have done to our dynamics? We still have cohesion. That's what we want to see. I think I've done a decent job in the few days, at least game days, that you've been without me. I'll show you our newest faces. And as I say, pretty happy with what we've done. So we've picked up a few loanees. Mert Yusuf Torlak has came in, who's an attacking mid, false 9, striker, can play the centre mid roles as well. Should do all of that pretty handy. He's only got 1 foot, but as we say, decent. And he's on loan as well, so there's no kind of obligation or reluctance or reliance or anything following the season. Leon Dijko, who's came in. I'm kicking my pedals. I don't know if you can hear. Awfully sorry. He's going to be our new right-sided guy. Definitely going to do a good job out there. Good on both feet. Can cut in. Can stay out wide. Beautiful. We've signed the boy. He's back. Afiza Raimu. I mentioned him mere minutes ago. He's with us. They didn't want stupid amounts of money, but we have paid actual, real-life money for him, which is a disgrace. 40 grand to pick him up from Vitoria, which I'm pretty happy with, to be fair. He's came in, for them on a free. We know he did really well for us. Played almost every game in the 2 seasons and just scraped to 7 on a team that were performing atrociously. It's pretty good. He dropped off as well a little bit, but fine. It's all good. Fine. And he's coming into us, and he's going to be playing that centre mid role along with many, many other players. And the pick of the bunch, I've picked up Sonche Hansen. I definitely said that name wrong, but it's fine. He's a Curaçaoan. He's 5'8". He's not the strongest. He's not the fastest, but he's definitely not slow. He can play out on the left, through the middle, up top, out on the right, and all the way back in centre mid as well. Regardless of which position we put him in, he's going to do pretty goddamn well. Came through the Ajax Academy, And as I say, he's our player. He's only £3 a week, and he does have a little tiny bit of value. So hopefully, he'll carry on playing well for us, and we can sell him for £4 million. That would be preferable. But we'll return. I've pressed the wrong button there. We will return with the correct screen, and I'm thinking, bear with me. As I say, I want to get through this pretty sharpish. Our final games of the season are against Energy Cottbus and Oberhausen, so we don't want to be coming back for those two. I'm possibly thinking we can come back for Hallescher and Magdeburg, or we might come back for Erzgebirge Aue? Definitely wrong. And Sandhausen. I'm thinking we'll come back for those two. It will allow us a few games here to go through. I can give you an update, maybe with the Meppen and Lotte games, as to the January window then in the following episode. We might even go all the way through for Jena and Turkey Munch. Just call them Turkey Munch. We've got a lot of work to do this season. I think we can get it done. And if you have enjoyed today's one, then do please let me know with like, subscribe, all that madness. That'd be beautiful. As I say, hoping to get the videos a little bit more regular. And I've been talking now for about 7 hours. So I'm going to let you go. And yeah, some stuff over here. Carry on watching. And thank you very much for your time.